right. Moment of truth. Today we are working on some items that are going to appear in our Trash to Treasure feature. We're taking all sorts of things from the trash that you might have in your garage, in your basement, and trying to give them a new life. So today we took some old chairs that a friend of mine found at a consignment store in upstate New York. One of them was $15 and I think the other was $12, so it was a really good deal. They're really dated looking, so we're trying to give them a fresh coat of paint and breathe a little bit of life into them. The first thing we did is thoroughly cleaned them because they were sitting in a thrift store and probably in someone's basement for a long time, so they had lots of layers of dust, and we wanted to make sure we got off any grime or grease that had accumulated over the years. So I'm gonna be painting from like this half up on this chair, and that one we're gonna do kind of halfway from the bottom. Then we sanded the areas that we wanted to paint. So we decided for one chair we were gonna paint the bottom half, and the other chair we would paint the top half. So we just used some regular sandpaper and gave them a good sanding, and then just take a cloth to then wipe off all the bits that have been sanded. We then used some artist masking tape to tape off the areas that we wanted to paint. So once we had taped off the areas we wanted to paint, we used a bonding primer because the chairs had a varnish on them. So we wanted to really make sure that our paint coat would adhere and last on top. So we gave it a thorough coating with primer and let it dry completely. We thought that one of the chairs would really look nice with a fresh coat of white paint on the bottom half. And then for the other one, we used this sort of electric navy blue color. We used a nice high gloss paint for this to make it really feel modern. All right, moment of truth. Gave each chair 2 coats of house paint and let it thoroughly dry for a couple of hours. And then it was time for the big reveal. We slowly removed each piece of artist tape. And voila, we had brand new chairs. We found these little mini terracotta pots that we also thought could benefit just from a little pop of color. So we literally just dipped half of them straight into a can of paint and then just let them dry. We were looking for a fun idea to do with some artwork. So we went to a thrift store and we found a few pieces of old art. It looked like some of it had maybe been like a student art project or just like had faded over time, and we wanted to just give it a fresh, updated look. So we decided to update them in a similar way that we did with our chairs by doing a color-blocked painting on top. So the first thing we did is we cleaned the paintings because they were pretty dusty. So we used just a regular surface cleaner to clean them off, getting into all the grooves around the frame. So then we mapped out where we were going to paint them. So for the landscape painting, I wanted to paint sort of the lower third part of the painting. And then for the floral one, we thought the watering can looked a little bit dated, so we decided to just completely paint right over it. So we used, again, some artist low-tack masking tape and mapped out where we were gonna paint. And then again, just using some house paint, we just kind of went right ahead and gave it 2 to 3 coats. The frame portion probably needed a little bit more paint than the actual artwork did. Let it completely dry, and then again slowly just peeled away the tape, and I think the result is a really cool modern piece of art.